1. Which of the following best describes the main purpose of the TOCFL exam? A. To measure a learner's knowledge of Chinese culture only. B. To assess Chinese language proficiency of non-native speakers. C. To certify translation skills between Chinese and English. D. To evaluate teaching abilities of Chinese language instructors. 2. How many proficiency bands are officially defined in the TOCFL framework as of 2024? A. 4. B. 5. C. 6. D. 7. 3. Which skill is not directly tested in the listening section of the TOCFL? A. Understanding daily conversations. E. Recognizing short spoken instructions. C. Translating sentences into English. D. Identifying key information in announcements. 4. At which CEFR level is TOCFL Band B generally aligned? A. A1 to A2. B. B1, B2. C. C1. D. C2. 5. The TOCFL reading section typically measures A. Vocabulary, grammar, and text comprehension. B. Cultural knowledge and calligraphy skills. C. Only dictionary usage speed. D. Oral fluency and pronunciation. 6. Which of the following is an official TOCFL subtest option for advanced learners? A. Reading and speaking only. E. Listening and reading only. C. Writing and speaking. D. Grammar and vocabulary only. 7. What type of task is most common in the TOCFL listening section? A. Fill in the blank with pinyin. B. Multiple choice based on short recordings. C. Essay response to lectures. D. Oral retelling of stories. 8. Which script is used in the TOCFL exam? A. Simplified Chinese only. B. Traditional Chinese only. C. Traditional Chinese, with some simplified allowed in listening materials. D. Both scripts accepted for reading and writing. 9. Which organization is responsible for administering the TOCFL? A. Confucius Institute Headquarters, Hanban. E. Steering Committee for the Test of Proficiency Huayu, SC Top. C. Taiwan Ministry of Education Language Center. D. Chinese Proficiency Test Center of Beijing University. 10. What is the approximate length of the TOCFL listening test for Band A? A. 15 minutes. B. 25 minutes. C. 40 minutes. D. 60 minutes. 11. In the TOCFL reading section, Band B examinees are expected to A. Match pinyin with tones only. B. Skim and scan texts of moderate length for key details. C. Compose paragraphs in Chinese. D. Recite memorized vocabulary lists. 12. Which of the following is a feature of the TOCFL speaking test at higher levels? A. Spelling Chinese words in English letters. B. Reading aloud only. C. Role-playing and extended answers to prompts. D. Identifying radical components in characters. 13. How is the TOCFL different from the HSK? A. TOCFL is based on Taiwanese Mandarin and uses traditional characters. B. TOCFL is exclusively for native speakers. C. HSK is only for business Chinese learners. D. TOCFL is offered only online worldwide. 14. What is the recommended strategy for answering TOCFL reading questions efficiently? A. Translate the entire passage, word for word. B. Read questions first, then scan for answers in the text. C. Memorize all vocabulary before starting. D. Skip all unfamiliar texts. 15. Which band is the highest in the TOCFL proficiency scale? A. Band A. B. Band B. C. Band C. D. Band D. 16. What is the best way to prepare for the listening section? A. Practice reading complex texts. B. Memorize idioms without context. C. Listen to authentic Mandarin audio regularly. D. Focus only on writing characters. 17. A. Writing short letters or descriptions. B. Dictating oral responses. C. Copying sentences from a sample. D. Translating English passages into Chinese word for word. 18. Which of the following describes the scoring system of TOEFL listening and reading? Percentage only. E. Raw score converted to a scaled score. C. Pass-fail without numerical scores. D. 0 to 100 with no conversion. 19. A candidate scoring at Band A Level 2 is most likely able to A. Conduct in-depth discussions on academic topics. B. Understand basic daily life conversations and phrases. C. Read classical Chinese literature. D. Explain technical terms in Mandarin. 20. Which section is optional for candidates who only need proof of receptive skills? A. Listening. E. Reading. C. Writing. D. Speaking. 21. The TOCFL speaking exam evaluates A. Pronunciation, fluency, and appropriateness of responses. B. Speed of typing characters. C. Ability to copy radicals. D. Knowledge of historical Chinese grammar. 22. During registration, candidates must A. Submit a portfolio of written Chinese essays. B. Choose the band appropriate to their proficiency. C. Provide a teacher recommendation. D. Pass an online vocabulary test. 23. What is one common reason examinees fail TOCFL listening tasks? A. Misreading question instructions. E. Overanalyzing pinyin spelling. C. Not focusing on gist and keywords. D. Answering too quickly without translation. 24. Which group would benefit most from taking the TOCFL? A. Native speakers wanting grammar certification. E. Foreigners studying or working in Taiwan. C. Local Chinese teachers in Beijing. D. Tourists staying 1 week in Hong Kong. 25. For Band C, reading passages may include A. Textbook dialogues for beginners. E. Graphs, news articles, and formal texts. C. Only vocabulary lists. Children's rhymes. 26. Which testing format is available for TOCFL reading and listening? A. Paper-based only. E. Computer-based only. C. Both paper-based and computer-based. D. Oral presentation only. 27. What is the total duration of listening and reading combined at Band B? A. Around 45 minutes. E. About 90 minutes. C. 2 hours, 30 minutes. E. 3 hours. 28. A Band A candidate is most likely learning A. Advanced Academic Chinese. E. Everyday Survival Chinese. C. Literary Chinese Grammar. D. Classical idioms only. 29. Which part of the TOCFL is designed to assess productive written ability? A. Listening. B. Reading. C. Writing. D. Speaking. 30. Why is TOCFL important for foreigners applying to Taiwanese universities? A. It fulfills language requirements for admission. B. It grants automatic scholarships. C. It certifies translation between English and Mandarin. D. It replaces all entrance exams. 31. Which of the following best represents a Band C listening task? A. Identifying tones in isolated words. E. Following extended news broadcasts and lectures. C. Listening to single-word recordings. D. Repeating after recordings. 32. In which country is TOCFL most widely recognized? A. Mainland China. B. Singapore. C. Taiwan. D. Malaysia. 33. What type of vocabulary is most emphasized in Band A? A. Specialized business terminology. B. Words for academic research. C. Daily life and survival phrases. D. Classical poetry references. 34. What is a key advantage of taking the computer-based TOCFL? A. Instant score reports after finishing. B. Lower costs than the paper test. C. Access to question banks online during testing. D. Easier questions than paper format. 35. Which of the following is a valid use of TOCFL certification? A. Applying for a Taiwanese work permit. B. Replacing a university degree. C. Certifying English writing skills. D. Getting a driving license in Taiwan. 36. Which skill is emphasized in the TOCFL writing test at Band C level? A. Copying short sentences accurately. B. Producing well-organized essays with advanced vocabulary. C. Translating English passages into Chinese word for word. D. Identifying radicals and stroke counts in characters.